everybody, happy Tuesday. Apologies for the whirring noise, it's the air fryer. I'm just making some lunch for Riley and buttering a bagel for myself. I hope you all had a really nice Easter weekend. I'm gonna fill you in on my weekend, but I'll try and keep it brief because I know some of you will follow me on Instagram and will already know how my Easter weekend went, but some of you don't, so I will just try and keep it brief. If you don't follow us on Instagram, then I'll leave a little thingy here to tell you what the Instagram is called. But yeah, Easter weekend, we had our friends down, so our friend Steph, not our husband Ben because he was working, but Steph and River and Faith came down to stay with us on the Sunday. So on the Sunday we had a lovely day. They played out in the hot tub and then we went and did a Easter egg hunt around the park. But at some point in the evening something happened. I am no judge or jury, but she may have been pushed or she may have just been knocked by a door when she went into one of her brother's bedrooms, and he didn't want her in his bedroom. So either way, something happened and Felicity was shoved or tripped or, you know. But anyway, she moved forwards and in doing so, she put weight through her bad knee. And I, in the whole 6 and a bit weeks that she's been poorly, have not seen her in the pain that she was in on Sunday night. We could not manage it. We gave her a full dose of Calpol. We waited half an hour, gave her another dose of ibuprofen. Sorry, I'm just wondering, updating. Oh, apparently the Alexa's updating. I didn't even realise it did that. I looked like it was listening to me, you know, like when it's making that, it's got little dots going across the screen. But yeah, I've not seen her in that sort of pain. Couldn't get the pain under control. Couldn't take her mind off of it. I tried putting something on her tablet for her to watch in the hope that, you know, just move her mind onto that. Nothing was working whatsoever. She was in excruciating pain. So I called up 111 for just a bit of advice and said, like, what shall I do? I can't manage her pain and I don't know what, you know, I don't know what to do. And they said, oh, I think you need to go to A&E and have some more imagery done. So off we went to A&E, got there at 10:30, 10:45-ish at night, and as expected on Sunday night of a long bank holiday weekend, the place was absolutely rammed. We waited all night to be seen, and when we finally got called through at about 4:30, they said we can't do anything about her existing condition. All we can do is do an x-ray to see if she's broken anything when she fell this evening. And I thought, well, I know she didn't break anything. She didn't like fall out of a flipping window. She just stumbled. And if I'd have known that that was all they would do, I wouldn't have had my already in pain 8-year-old spend an entire night laid across chairs in a waiting room. So I was really frustrated and upset, as you can imagine. Got home at 6 o'clock in the morning, absolutely shattered. We'd already planned to go out for breakfast with Steph and the girls, and we'd planned to spend the whole day with them. Steph did say, like, me and the girls can head home if you guys want to go home and rest, but we said if we just go home and sit around, the rest of our family, you know, Sienna had slept all night, so she wasn't going to just chill out with us whilst we dozed and slept. So we were like, the best thing we can do is just keep going, keep pushing forwards, you know, because we just have to get through the day and then we can crash tonight. So we went to Weston-super-Mare, which wasn't without its also dramas. We borrowed a wheelchair for Felicity. However, it took 2 hours because every man and his dog was on their way back from the southwest after the Easter weekend. It took 2 hours to do what should only take 40 minutes. But anyway, went to Weston, went on the pier, they played in the arcades and got an ice cream and some donuts. And then we parted ways. Steph and the girls went back to theirs and we came home and crashed, completely crashed. But I've just had a phone call. In fact, I actually missed the phone call because I hadn't turned my phone back on sound since I woke up this morning. But I just had a phone call from the secretary of Felicity's consultant, and she said that the consultant said, did I want a second opinion? Did I want to see someone else? Of which I said, no, I don't, you know, not necessarily. I said, I'm not doubting the capabilities of the consultant, but I just need to know what the game plan is. You know, I need to know that things are moving in the right direction to eventually, and sooner rather than later, get a diagnosis for whatever is going on with her knee, so that we can have a plan to get her better. So she said that another MRI has been ordered, and if I was to call the what does she call it? The bit where you go for all your scans and x-rays and stuff myself, radiology, that they might be able to book the appointment. So I've just called them. I think there must just be a process that things go through. So like the consultant has requested an MRI, and then someone else has to do something which then creates an appointment booking thing. And that middle bit hasn't been done yet. So she's sending an email to try and get that done, so that I can then book an appointment for her to have a repeat MRI. Whilst we were at hospital and she was asleep on the chairs, when we got called through to a room, I woke Felicity up, and she did the stretching that we all do when we wake up, and I witnessed her leg go almost completely straight. Which just left me and Kev, we were like that, what? Like shock, like her leg is straight. She's just straightened her leg in her sleep. So once she was awake and you know, conscious the following day, we explained to Felicity, like, we've seen you straighten your leg. She's going to grab Riley a plate. The girls have had vegetables for their lunch. They wanted like cucumber, peppers, healthy food. Riley wanted curly fries and onion rings. So that's what Riley's having, because I'm too tired to argue. So yeah, we said to her, like, Felicity, we saw you straighten your leg in your sleep. However, no, she can't do it. She doesn't not that she doesn't agree, not that she doesn't believe us. She has tried, and I'm like, let's just really try. And she's like, Mum, it hurts, it really hurts. And last night when she tried, she pushed it further than I've ever seen her push it, and she was bawling her eyes out, absolutely sobbing in pain. She's also got so much secondary pain as well now. She's got pain in her hips, pain in her tummy, bruises on her arms from the crutches, poor circulation in her leg. She's got so much secondary pain as well, you know, for want of a better word, because she is 8. She seems depressed. She's not herself at all. So I said to the lady, it's not that, you know, I just need to know that I just need to be in the picture. That's more the point. Like, obviously the consultant knew over a week ago that she'd requested another MRI, and obviously if I hadn't have spoken to the physio when I took Summer, and where she said she believed an MRI had been booked, then I would be at home not having a clue about anything. But obviously, although the physio had said to me that she believed another one had been requested, I hadn't actually had that from the horse's mouth, and that's what I needed. So now I know that there is another MRI. That makes me feel better. I just would like to know 100% that because there was fluid. The MRI did pick up fluid, and fluid is, you know, a sign that there was an injury. And I don't want to keep pushing her to straighten this leg unless I can be 100% sure that there is definitely not an unseen, as of yet, injury that needs treatment. It just doesn't feel fair to push her until I have that definitive answer that there isn't a injury. So that's where we're at. That's how our weekend went. It's now Tuesday. I'm going to eat my lunch, and then I've got the joy of doing fake nails from Claire's Accessories that Felicity got at that party. And I've got to cook a roast dinner today, but I need to eat my poached eggs because they've probably now gone cold, and give Riley his lunch. Just had the phone call from the hospital to book her MRI, so that's now all booked for a week's time. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that will give some sort of answer. I did write this on Instagram, so you might have already seen, but I was saying last night that I've been so convinced that it's like a missed meniscus injury, because that's what all of her symptoms would point to. And I guess it's just as well because that would be the most logical explanation and the most easiest to rectify. I've had other things mentioned to me by consultants and doctors about it being some sort of pain disorder where it's more of a neurological condition where your brain is sending the wrong signals, so your brain is telling you something hurts when actually it doesn't hurt. I was advised not to look into it too much because it would probably end up worrying me sick. So I have tried to avoid looking into that, and because I've also been so convinced that it's definitely like a missed meniscus injury, I haven't really given it much thought. But obviously with her straightening her leg the other evening, I'm now, well, very confused, very confused. But I'm going to try not to worry excessively about it because this MRI is now booked, so at least I've got something to work towards. I know something's going to happen in the next coming weeks. So yeah, that's all booked, that's all sorted. I'm just cooking. Well, I've just seared the beef, just going to put the beef in the oven. The girls are playing. They asked if they could go out in the hot tub. Riley'd unplugged it, plugged the flipping keyboard in. Thankfully it only dropped by 4 degrees, so I've managed to switch it back on, and hopefully it shouldn't take too long to warm back up. But whenever we have a day where we set ourselves up to stay at home, you can always guarantee that they'll get bored and they'll be like, can we go somewhere, can we do something, I'm bored. Like, we've done stuff all weekend. And I need to cook a roast dinner, so that's what I'm going to continue to do. They're going to play, well, currently playing Barbies in the front room. But I'm just glad, like I say, that there's now a appointment booked. At least I know something is going to happen next week. Moment of truth. Has my beef remained nice and pink? I am really hoping so. I always go for roast pork because I am proper rubbish at cooking pretty much any other type of meat apart from chicken. I don't mind roast chicken, however I hate the smell of it cooking. It actually makes me balk. So we always have pork and everyone's like, oh, guess we've got pork for roast. So yeah, I'm hoping I've managed to do this piece of beef justice. We will see. Also, does everybody else's tables look like this during half term? Every single day. And I give up. I'm not doing any housework. Oh, that's a bad angle. I'm not doing any housework at all whilst the kids are on half term or on Easter holidays, because it's absolutely pointless, because that is what my table looks like all the time. I have got a huge lot of craft stuff to sort out, and it was on my to-do list today. I had a few things I needed to get done, and that's the one thing I haven't actually done yet that I want to do, because I think my life will be much easier if I can keep on top of the craft tub. Okay, it's not brilliantly pink, but it doesn't look like it's going to be like chewing an old flip-flop. Might be a bit pinker in the middle, but I don't want to cut into it too much because I will leave carving to Kev. Maybe I shouldn't have wrapped it in the foil for quite as long when I got it out. But, oh no, it looks much better in the middle. It looks much pinker in the middle. It doesn't look like it's going to taste like an old flip-flop, and that's the main thing. However, it does have quite a big chunky bit of gristle running through the middle, which obviously I couldn't see when it was wrapped up. We will see. If they don't like it, tough. They can lump it, as my mum would have said when I was younger. If you don't like it, lump it. Or, what we got for tea tonight, Mum? Shit with sugar on. I'm going to have a taste test. See what it's like. Do you want a little bit of a taste test, Sienna? Yeah. Right. Piece for Sienna's mouth.
Oh, why is it so lumpy?
What do you mean, why is it so lumpy?
Yeah.
It's not been carved up yet. Tastes good. Is it good?
I don't like meat.
She doesn't like meat. What about these? Do you think these look good?
Yeah. Have a cake bite.
Well, I'm afraid the taste test on the roast potatoes has already been done. Bella did the taste test on the roast potatoes, so that's already been done.
Where's Big Bella?
Upstairs. You're going to have to ask her. are they worth having? Because you don't normally eat potatoes, do you? She normally doesn't have roast potatoes. She normally skips on the potatoes and just eats carrots. Pretty much, just carrot. What are you doing?
I can eat my plate.
Hold on, I ain't got first you want to take one. You got it? English.
Thank you, Daddy. Oh, yummy roast. My yummy roast.
Jamie, what are you doing? Can't fit through the gap, can you not?
That's the most I've seen Sienna.
There's gravy on the hob, Reese.
That's the most roast I've seen Sienna have.
Oh, yeah.
Hob for a knob.
Jamie! That was actually quite quick.
What am I listening?
He said gravy on the hob for a knob.
Not many roast potatoes.
There's enough for everyone. They're massive.
Banner took them.
What? I've only got two. Same.
Same.
Well, you could probably cut it.
You want a bloody spoon, you bloody spoon. Go for a carrot, you bloody
Well, me and Mum's got to have some yet.
Well, I've got to have some too.
Need is a massive piece of bubble wrap and to bubble wrap Felicity for the foreseeable future, because after tea I took her upstairs, did her leg massage and some exercise with her, and then she went to go to the toilet, and then on the way back, jumping up the just 2 stairs, we just got 2 stairs from the bathroom to the higher landing, and she's gone and fallen up the stairs and bashed the knee again. She cried a lot, but she's okay. She's gone off to bed. I think it is, yeah. They haven't even seen me. Summer and Brooke back from the gym. Is Jamie there as well? Potentially. They've all been out. Jamie's been to football. Brooke and Summer finished work, ate their tea quickly. Oh yeah, Jamie is there as well. They haven't seen me. Have they seen me? No. Huh, got away with it. They haven't even seen me. Bye kids. As you know, Jamie and Reese are on top form today. They are full of themselves, which is actually nice to see. Reese is always like that, but Jamie not so much. Jamie's usually really grumpy. So seeing him be a bit of fun was quite nice. But yeah, she's fallen up the stairs, bashed a knee, cried a bit, but gone to bed okay. So yeah, I think we just need to put her in some bubble wrap. I've just dropped Kev and Reese to Skittles, or what we like to call old man's bold man's bowling. It's, I don't know, some final, doubles final or something this evening, so they've gone off to that, which leaves me, just little old me, with a house full of teenagers. But hopefully they'll all be tired from their gym and football and go off and do their own thing. I feel absolutely shattered this evening. I felt okay today, but as the evenings got on, I feel absolutely shattered. So I'm going to go and have a nice hot bath and then an early night. But thank you for watching today's chatty video. Not really sure what I've got planned for the rest of the week. There's not a great deal that you can do when you've got a child that can't walk and the weather is absolutely appalling. But either way, I will catch up with you all later on in the week as well. But whatever you're up to this week, have a lovely one and I will see you all very soon.